Hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to talk about verb forms, all types of verbs, classification of verbs. We have 6 types of verbs and we are going to discuss them one by one. I'm sure if you watch this video and understand the verbs, your grammar will be 10 times better than now. So let's start. We have 6 types: main verbs, which we call lexical verbs, then helping verbs, 2 types of helping verbs: primary auxiliaries, modal auxiliaries, then transitive and intransitive verbs, regular and irregular verbs, finite and non-finite verbs, then we have linking verbs and we call it stative verbs. So we are going to discuss for them one by one. So let's start. First one is the first type of verbs that we can say main verbs. Most of the time we use the verbs and we call them lexical verbs as well, because these verbs show action, main action, like go, eat, write. These are base forms of verbs. For example, go, eat, write, these are main verbs. If you make sentences with them, for example, she goes to school every day, I eat every day, he writes every day. So these 3 verbs show action. So these are just examples. And of every action verb, we have 3 types. Like first one, base form of verb, then past form of verb, then past participle that we usually use in our sentences. Except that we have in uh, progressive form. In, like, for example, present participle, we can write going, eating, writing. And except that we have in s or es form, for example, he goes, he eats, he writes. So these all verbs show action, so that's why we call them main verbs or lexical verbs. Next one, second type. Next one we have helping verbs or auxiliary verbs. First of all, we come to know about them that we have 2 types: primary auxiliaries and modal auxiliaries. Primary auxiliaries are like be form of verbs, have form of verbs, and do form of verbs. Be forms, for example, if we are using in present as, am, are. In past we use was, were, except that we use uh, being and been form of be verb forms. Then have verb form, has, have we use in present tense, and had we use for past tense. So third type, do, does, and did, we always use. These all verbs are primary auxiliaries which help main verbs or lexical verbs to make a sentence. For example, he doing something, he had done his work. So here they help main verbs to make the meaning clear in the sentence. Second type of helping verbs are auxiliary verbs are modal verbs. Modal verbs are kind of like they show possibility, permission, ability. For example, can, could, may, might, shall, should, will, would. These verb forms we use. Keep in mind, whenever we use modal verbs, we always use first verb form or base verb form with them. Otherwise, if we make passive sentences, we use third verb form with them. So these were primary and modal auxiliaries. Third type of verbs, if we classify them, and that is transitive and intransitive verbs. In transitive, if we talk about transitive verb form, it needs an object. You can clearly keep in mind an object is demanded by transitive verbs. For example, she reads. What does she read? She reads a book. So we need object here to use them. This is called transitive verb. Then intransitive verb does not need an object. For example, the baby cried. So we don't have any object here. He is sleeping. We need not object there. So these are intransitive verbs. Transitive and intransitive verb. Next one are regular and irregular verbs. Regular verbs are very simple and they end with ed. For example, play, played, uh, uh, need, needed. These kind of verbs are regular verbs. Irregular verbs change differently, change form differently. For example, go, went, gone, eat, ate, eaten, sing, sang, sung. These all are verbs are irregular verbs. Regular and irregular verbs. Next one, finite and non-finite verbs. Finite verbs change according to the subject and they demand subject. For example, she plays daily. Who plays daily? She. So it demands a subject and changes according to subject. If we use here they, then it will be they play daily. So the verb form changes according to the subject and it demands subject. But on the other side, intransitive verbs do not demand any subject or do not change according to the subject. To play, playing, like he wants to play. Here he wants to play. To play will remain same if your subject is plural or singular. That doesn't matter. Same way with other gerunds and participles. So finite and non-finite verbs are next type of verbs. Last but not the least are linking verbs. Linking verbs are called starter verbs. Connect subject with the complement. Complement mean to say it can add verb, adjective, phrase. These kind of phrases we call complements. So be, seem, appear, become, feel, look, sound, taste. These all are linking verbs. Same as ism or was were are also part of linking verbs. The food taste is good. This is also a linking verb and it is just linked with good, that is adjective. So these all were verb forms we can classify in six. We can classify and these six forms cover all the verb forms in grammar part. I hope you learned something and many things are clear to you after watching this video.